The following is a presentation of RMG Sports, award-winning championship television.
For the second straight season, Mark Jacob and Lee Daniel are tied for Powerboat Nationals Formula 2 Series Championship points. And again, Wausau, Wisconsin is the backdrop for one last fight between these two veterans as they do battle on Lake Wausau. One race remains. Who will be crowned Powerboat Nationals Formula 2 Series champion in Wausau? Race fans, welcome to the shores of Lake Wausau in beautiful Wausau, Wisconsin, where the grand finale for Powerboat Nationals Formula 2 Series is now just minutes away at the 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin. Hello again, fans. Alongside the Powerboat Nationals team, I'm Jared Romsberg. We have a full card of racing in Wisconsin for you today, but before we get to the main event, let's talk about qualifying and the pre-race show brought to you by WSAW, the news you can trust, and by Fox WZAW, your local news and weather authority. When the green dropped, the fleet of a dozen Formula 2 boats exploded off of the dock. When they emerged from Turn 4, 2017 Wausau winner Mark Jacob in the Budweiser 7 took the lead ahead of Lee Daniel and the rest of the fleet. 34 Jeff Reno and 23 Steve Tabaro fought hard for fourth in the opening lap, with Tabara getting the slot on the backstretch. Soon 5 Brian Tabara challenged and passed his brother for fourth. Then the 5 moved alongside of 71 Jim Kerr and took third away from the rookie. Race leader Mark Jacob absolutely dominated this one and went on to win the first heat with ease. The inverted starting order put Mark Jacob on the end of the dock for the second heat. As he and the fleet blasted onto the course, disaster struck the Budweiser 7. 71 Jim Kerr and 69 Dean Duran got together before Turn 3, causing mayhem on Lake Wausau. The defending race winner and F2 Series champion limped to the dock while leaving parts of the Budweiser 7 floating in Lake Wausau. Dean Duran's 69 also struggled to the trailer, while Jim Kerr's 71 was too damaged and came in on the hook. The second Formula 2 heat race was delayed until this morning, and Lee Daniel led the fleet in the opening laps with 22 Aaron Bjork right next door. Mark Jacob got into a backup boat and quickly moved alongside and passed the double deuce, sending Bjork to third. Soon 5 Brian Tabara came up and moved Bjork back another slot, taking third. But no one would catch Lee Daniel, and he won the second heat race and earned the pole position for the upcoming F2 feature in Wausau.
The boat started off good, and we got out in front, and luckily we stayed out in front, so I think Jacob's had a little problem, but I'm sure he'll be fixing his before the final, and we're sitting on the pole. We're in the best spot right now, so we'll see what happens.
Here's how they'll line up behind Lee Daniel for the Formula 2 feature at the 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin in Wausau. Starting second is the defending Wausau race winner Mark Jacob in the Fabiano Brothers Budweiser number 7. In third, we find Aaron Bjork in the Total Medical Supply 22. Jamie Duran from North Augusta, South Carolina starts fourth. Steve Tabara earned the 5th place slot on the dock. His brother Brian Tabara finished third here last year. He'll start 6th. In 7th, we find the veteran Mark Welch from Wayzata, Minnesota. Jeff Reno is third in championship points, but starts 8th in Wausau. Lucky 13 Jim Robb has the Gulf Racing Fuels entry in 9th. The 10th slot on the dock holds Oshkosh, Wisconsin's Mike Mackes in the 85. If he's able to get the 69 back on track, Dean Duran will start 11th. And Jim Kerr, who has quite a bit of work to do on the 71, will start in the 12th and final slot on the dock. The crowd is primed and ready here in Wausau, fans. They're ready for Powerboat Nationals racing, and we hope you are too. We'll get things rolling in Wausau when we come back to the 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin right after this.
This presentation of Powerboat Nationals Racing at the 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin is brought to you by Powerboat Nationals. Learn more at powerboatnationals.com. D&L Signs, a full-service sign company since 1971. By Rib Mountain Marine. Fabiano Brothers, your premier wholesale beverage distributor. And by Rotographic Printing. The proof is in the printing.
The Wausau area offers the combination of big city amenities with the look and feel of the Great North Woods. 4 seasons of outdoor recreation, a thriving arts community, entertaining festivals and events, an active nightlife scene, and diverse shopping and dining await. Centrally located and packed with fun for the whole family, make Wausau Central, Wisconsin your next weekend adventure or extended stay destination. For a full list of area events, attractions, and amenities, go to visitwausau.com.
Dale's Weston Lanes, Wisconsin's largest indoor entertainment center, located right here in central Wisconsin. Dale's Weston Lanes is the second largest bowling center in Wisconsin, featuring 60 full synthetic lane setups with 3 sets of lanes, a pro shop, billiard hall, bar and grill, and the Mountain Bay Banquet and Conference Center. Come and enjoy a drink or bowling at Dale's Weston Lanes with all your friends, family, or co-workers. Dale's Weston Lanes, a great place to relax and hang out.
Welcome to the future, imagined by visionaries, championed by leaders, and focused on results. Made real through hard work and a determination to build the things that people count on. Places where ideas are born, where progress fuels growth and strengthens communities. It's work that makes a difference. United Rentals. You're building the future. We're here to help.
The 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin North American Powerboat Championships is brought to you by Wausau and Central Wisconsin Convention and Visitors Bureau, Sports Authority, Powerboat Nationals, Gulf Racing Fuels, WSAW News Channel 7, Fox WZAW, and these great sponsors.
This segment of Powerboat Nationals Racing at the 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin is brought to you by Visit Wausau, Central Wisconsin, your central play zone.
Welcome back to Wausau, fans, where we're bringing you a view of the city from Van Dowser Tower atop Rib Mountain, one of the highest points in Wisconsin. In addition to the fantastic view and amazing hiking trails, Rib Mountain State Park is the home of Granite Peak, one of the best ski areas in the region. Downtown, the rapids of Wausau Whitewater attract some of the Midwest's best paddlers, and there are concerts and festivals at the 400 block throughout the year. Not into the outdoors, there are plenty of indoor activities in Wausau to check out. The Woodson Art Museum is a great place to take in some amazing creations from world-renowned artists. Their Birds and Art exhibit and sculpture garden are favorites to many, and their art park is a great place for little ones to have some fun. And speaking of fun, while in Wausau, you can check out one of their many breweries, like Red Eye, that offer delicious food along with their amazing brews and fun atmosphere. Looking for something different? Blades and Boards brings the fun of hatchet throwing to Wausau. Get a group together and test your skill at this fun game. Wausau supper clubs, like the Pinewood, are a great place for date night or a quiet meal. Be sure to get one of their signature old fashions to enjoy. Whether you're looking for something inside or outdoors, so much fun and adventure awaits you in Wausau. Plan your trip to Central Wisconsin today. Get more info at visitwausau.com. Now let's check out the fun and adventure at Bluegill Bay Park with the highlights of Powerboat Nationals Hydrocross racing. When course marshal Randy raised the flag, 316 Brian O'Rourke and 346 Kyle Hayes led the fleet to the first pin. These two are fighting for the series championship, and they treated the fans to an early drag race with O'Rourke taking the Team Faith Fly Racing ski to the front. As they went into the chicane, Hayes had trouble and surrendered second to brother Logan Hayes. Logan's time in second was short-lived as the 346 roared back alongside, and Kyle took the slot back from his younger brother. Kyle then set his sights on the leader, Brian O'Rourke, as seconds later, the 316 lost sight of the Turn 1 buoy. Hayes was more than happy to show him where it was, and the 346 jetted to the front, moving O'Rourke to second in a blink. The 346 was in front and would stay there, as Kyle Hayes took the checkered in the first moto in Wausau. In the second moto, 316 once again won the whole shot, and Brian O'Rourke got ahead of 346 Kyle Hayes. O'Rourke built up a nice lead, but he didn't time his trip around the Joker buoy properly, and Kyle Hayes was able to slide around with a 316, taking the lead. Hayes went on to take the checkered and the overall win for round 8. In the final round of Hydrocross action, 3:16, Brian O'Rourke ran well, and the Team Faith Fly Racing Sea-Doo brought home the victory in both motos. But Kyle Hayes already had the series championship in the bag, and the Dawsonville, Georgia rider earned the 2018 Powerboat Nationals Hydrocross Championship in Wausau. Kyle Hayes is the first ever series champion, but by a mere 5 points over Brian O'Rourke. Keep an eye on this series as it continues to grow and is a major part of Powerboat Nationals racing. In other racing, the Formula 4 Series was back on the waters of Lake Wausau. When the F4 fleet erupted from the dock, 93 RJ West took off with the lead, with series points leader 18 Jason Nelson and 91 Jake Alcamo right behind. Behind them, rookie Charlie Smith in the 49 was going toe-to-toe with 2017 Wausau F4 winner Amanda Hagerl for fourth. Hagerl had trouble in the turn and Smith took the spot. She got the four turned around and back into the fight. A few laps into the race, leader West had trouble and would slow on the course, allowing everyone to move up a slot, including 18 Jason Nelson. 5 laps later, Nelson had trouble in turn 2, bringing out the caution. The 18's crew got Nelson back out, but he would restart deeper in the pack. For the first time this season, 91 Jake Alcamo would restart in first, with fellow rookie Charlie Smith to his right. As they came down in front of the huge Wausau crowd, 18 Jason Nelson was side by side with Alcamo for the race lead. But going into turn 2, Alcamo had trouble, and Nelson retook the lead with rookie Charlie Smith in the 49 in second. But the caution would fly again, as 26 Jeff Dobus was upside down in Lake Wausau, with 67 Jim Kerr alongside in turn 1. 49 Charlie Smith also suffered damage, and the second place boat went in on the hook. All drivers are okay. The third restart of the day had 18 Jason Nelson on the pole, and he shot off while 91 Jake Alcamo, 4 Amanda Hagerl, and 77 Daniel Trozen duked it out for the positions behind him. Nelson would hold the lead for the rest of the race and cross the line first. But after all race penalties were factored in, Amanda Hagerl was announced as the winner of Powerboat Nationals Formula 4 feature race at the 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin in Wausau. Jason Nelson earned a disappointing but respectable second, with Jake Alcamo grabbing the third and final slot on the podium. The F4s will crown their series champion in a few weeks in Naples, Florida at Powerboat Nationals Formula 4 Global Championship on Lake Avalon. But now the eyes of the powerboat racing world are on Lake Wausau. Fans, don't move. The main event is coming up. We'll drop the green on Powerboat Nationals Formula 2 feature race in Wausau right after this.
The Wausau area offers the combination of big city amenities with the look and feel of the Great North Woods. 4 seasons of outdoor recreation, a thriving arts community, entertaining festivals and events, an active nightlife scene, and diverse shopping and dining await. Centrally located and packed with fun for the whole family, make Wausau Central, Wisconsin your next weekend adventure or extended stay destination. For a full list of area events, attractions, and amenities, go to visitwausau.com.
This bud's for the dream and the people bold enough to pursue it. For those who come from nothing and rise to something. It's for those who take everything this country has to offer and make it their own.
Dale's Weston Lanes, Wisconsin's largest indoor entertainment center, located right here in central Wisconsin. Dale's Weston Lanes is the second largest bowling center in Wisconsin, featuring 60 full synthetic lane setups with 3 sets of lanes, a pro shop, billiard hall, bar and grill, and the Mountain Bay Banquet and Conference Center. Come and enjoy a drink or bowling at Dale's Weston Lanes with all your friends, family, or co-workers. Dale's Weston Lanes, a great place to relax and hang out.
Summer sports, winter sports, large events. Wausau Central Wisconsin Convention and Visitors Bureau's Sports Authority and Event Group, managing 70 or more events per year around Wausau and other communities. The Sports Authority helps promote central Wisconsin tourism and features Badger State summer and winter games, along with these great events. Go to visitwausau.com to learn more.
This segment of Powerboat Nationals Racing at the 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin is brought to you by Rib Mountain Marine.
Race fans, welcome back to Wausau, where Powerboat Nationals Formula 2 fleet is assembling at the dock. We ride on board with Jamie Durand as they move her into position, but let's take a look at how they'll line up here in Wausau for the Formula 2 feature race. Lee Daniel and Mark Jacob, your 2 points front runners, fans, are going to start door to door on the dock. Aaron Bjork, Jamie Durand, and Steve Tabara round out the top 5 starters, but all eyes are going to be on the front of the pack as Lee Daniel, Mark Jacob. Lee Daniel now with a slim lead in the points heading into the championship. But now it's time for the main event, fans. The fleet is assembled on the docks. The fuel pumps are on. Lee Daniel, Mark Jacob just inches apart as we wait for the drop of the flag. The flag drops and we're racing in Wausau.
Boats on your outside. Okay, you're ahead of them. Okay, you're ahead. Go, 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 go. You got him. You got him. Stay in there.
Side by side they go past the commitment buoy. Lee Daniel on the inside, Mark Jacob on the outside. Carbon copy from last year, fans, but this time it's Lee Daniel taking P1 out of turn 4. Lee Daniel into the throttle. Mark Jacob on the outside trying to catch up, but Lee Daniel is going to cross the line and lead the fleet to start lap 1 of this 30-lap main event on Lake Wausau. Jamie Durand back in third. Mark Jacob trying to catch up to Lee Daniel on the outside as they scream into turn 1. Lee Daniel holds the inside line. Jacob has to go wide on the outside, but he's not letting go. He's holding on to that belt loop of Lee Daniel as they scream down the backstretch. Lee Daniel had to settle for second here in Wausau last year, had to settle for second in points, but nothing doing this year. He's in the lead. As we look back in the pack, Mike Mackes is starting to pester Aaron Bjork for position with Jeff Reno right behind him. This is a battle for fifth shaping up as they fly into turn 3. Aaron Bjork in the 22, Mike Mackes in the 85. Jeff Reno third in points, trying to catch up to these two, looking to move up alongside of Mackes, but Mackes now screaming up alongside of Aaron Bjork. Battle for fifth as they cross the line, and Mackes takes the slot by the paint on the end of his nose as they cross the line. Mackes in fifth. Aaron Bjork holds the inside line. Mackes goes wide out of turn 2. Here comes Jeff Reno. Reno now trying to thread the needle between Bjork and Mackes as they fly down the backstretch. Bjork and Mackes fighting again for fifth. Mackes holds a position. Bjork seems to be slowing a little bit. This could work into Jeff Reno's favor. He's back in 7th, trying to catch up to the 22. Right on board with Jeff Reno in the Glockner Metals Rib Mountain Marine 34. Bjork holding the inside line. No, it's Reno hugs onto that buoy. He's going to take the inside slot and try to move alongside of Aaron Bjork for 6th. Here's the battle for the lead, fans. Lee Daniels, that white 2 in front. Mark Jacob in the white Budweiser 7. Fans are used to seeing Mark Jacob in the red Budweiser 7, but that boat is sitting demolished in the paddock right now. Jacob was involved in an incident in qualifying in a second heat race. That boat is demolished. He's hopped into a backup boat and is riding second in this race. He's trying to chase down the Gold Mechanical Contractors number 2 boat of Lee Daniel. Daniel and Jacob have taken turns at the top of the podium for Powerboat Nationals Formula 2 Series this year. This young lady trying to get on the podium for the first time in Formula 2, Jamie Durand, piloting the Stan Johnson Jewelers boat. She finished 3rd at Powerboat Nationals Champ Boat race in Shreveport at our last event. She's still looking to get on that podium for Formula 2, and she's trying to catch up to our 2 front runners, Mark Jacob and Lee Daniel. You can see, fans, they are disappearing on the horizon. Durand has her work cut out for her, but there's a lot of racing to go. Back and forth, we find local driver Steve Tabara. His brother Brian finished 3rd in this race last year, fans. Unfortunately, the number 5 boat had severe engine troubles after qualifying, and the number 5 is parked back in the pits. Brian watching his brother Steve out here on the water, riding in 4th. Back in 5th, another local driver, Mike Mackes, on the tour for the first time this year, fans, driving this beautiful 85 boat. Mackes works for Mercury Marine, so he knows a thing or two about these engines that are powering these boats around Lake Wausau today. Back on board with Jeff Reno, back in 6th. Jeff Reno, Okeechobee, Florida driver. This is his first time racing on the waters of Lake Wausau. He wasn't able to make it to the 2017 event here in Wisconsin. He's from Okeechobee, Florida, and his property suffered some damage after a hurricane last year. And Reno had to stay home and get that all taken care of course. So this is his first time on the water. Riding 3rd in points is the Glockner Metals 34. Riding 6th in the race. But the guy riding first, everybody's chasing this guy, Lee Daniel from North Augusta, South Carolina. Finished 2nd in the first heat race yesterday, fans, and was ready to take on Mark Jacob in the second heat race to see if he could get around him. And that, of course, is when Jacob demolished his number 7 Budweiser entry, had to hop into this backup boat. And I'll tell you what, fans, not doing too bad. He has never driven this boat before. Mark Jacob in a backup boat, riding second and staying within several boat lengths of our leader, Lee Daniel. We're going to ride on board with our leader as we step out to a break. So much more racing here in Wausau, fans, as the Grand Prix of Wisconsin continues after this.
Experience the power, the action, the fun of Powerboat Nationals. Powerboat Nationals brings the unparalleled excitement of championship powerboat racing to regattas and festivals across America. Powerboat Nationals provides thrilling daytime racing and family-friendly events that entertain and engage fans of all ages. Contact Powerboat Nationals today to learn how your city can host a heart-pounding, action-packed event. Throw your event into high gear with Powerboat Nationals Championship Racing.
The 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin North American Powerboat Championships is brought to you by Wausau and Central Wisconsin Convention and Visitors Bureau, Sports Authority, Powerboat Nationals, Gulf Racing Fuels, WSAW News Channel 7, Fox WZAW, and these great sponsors.
This segment of Powerboat Nationals Racing at the 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin is brought to you by Dale's Weston Lanes. For more about bowling and events, go to westonlanes.com.
Welcome back to Wausau, fans, as we give you the view from atop our leader, Lee Daniel, out in front, getting past the 23 boat of Steve Tabara. That's our 4th place boat. Daniel came into Wisconsin tied with the 7 of Mark Jacob, who's now back in second. But many of you used to seeing that red Budweiser 7 that Jacob pilots. Well, had some bad luck in qualifying, did Mark Jacob. He started at the end of the dock for the second heat race. The inverted field put the faster boats towards the end. And as the fleet made the left-hand turn onto the course past the commitment buoy, disaster struck the Budweiser 7 somewhere in that spray. You can see how he came out of that spray. Mark Jacob limped the Budweiser 7 to the pits, pulled the engine off of that, put it on the back of this backup boat, and now this is the Fabiano Brothers Budweiser sponsored boat. Mark Jacob riding second. Again, fans, this is the first time he sat in this boat, and he's keeping it in second and keeping our leader Lee Daniel in view, albeit many, many boat lengths behind. Wausau is a very special place to Mark Jacob. This is the place last year, fans, and he came in and won the race and won Powerboat Nationals 2017 Formula 2 Series Championship. This year, he's playing second fiddle to that Goldmeck Mechanical Contractors number 2 boat of Lee Daniel, his nemesis, all season long. And Daniel now starting to catch up to our 3rd place boat. That's the Stan Johnson Jewelers boat of Jamie Durand in 3rd. So now our front runners have lapped all but 3 boats in this race. Total domination by Lee Daniel with now less than 2 laps to go. Jamie Durand riding in 4th in points. Right behind this guy, Jeff Reno, is 3rd in championship points. So he needs to stay on his horse for the last lap and a half here to finish 3rd in points once again. 3rd place has been a position du jour for the 34 as he's been right up there with Mark Jacob and Lee Daniel, but Daniel now crosses the line. The white flag's in the air one more time around this course on Lake Wausau on an absolutely beautiful day. The fans are all on their feet as I look up and down the shoreline here in Lake Wausau. They're loving what they're seeing on the race course right now. Lee Daniel absolutely dominated this weekend here in Wisconsin, and he's coming through turns 3 and 4 one more time. Jamie Durand moves to the inside. He's going to slingshot to the outside. Wausau standing salute. The Generals flying by. Lee Daniel crosses the line, takes the checkered flag, and is your winner in Wausau and 2018 Formula 2 Series champion for Powerboat Nationals.
Yeah, baby, yeah! Woo! That's how you race right there, buddy. That's how you race.
Mark Jacob finishes second. Jamie Durand finishes 3rd. We'll catch up with our winner in the Sports Authority post-race show in Wausau when we come back right after this.
Experience the power, the action, the fun of Powerboat Nationals. Powerboat Nationals brings the unparalleled excitement of championship powerboat racing to regattas and festivals across America. Powerboat Nationals provides thrilling daytime racing and family-friendly events that entertain and engage fans of all ages. Contact Powerboat Nationals today to learn how your city can host a heart-pounding, action-packed event. Throw your event into high gear with Powerboat Nationals Championship Racing.
The 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin North American Powerboat Championships is brought to you by Wausau and Central Wisconsin Convention and Visitors Bureau, Sports Authority, Powerboat Nationals, Gulf Racing Fuels, WSAW News Channel 7, Fox WZAW, and these great sponsors.
This presentation of Powerboat Nationals Racing at the 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin was brought to you by Fox WZAW, your local news and weather authority. WSAW, the news you can trust. By United Rentals. Go to unitedrentals.com to rent the equipment you need. Dale's Weston Lanes. For more about bowling and events, go to westonlanes.com. And by ESPN Sports Fan, Central Wisconsin's home for ESPN Radio.
Race fans, welcome back to Wausau and the 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin. Minutes ago, our Formula 2 race winner, Lee Daniel, hopped out of the cockpit of the Gold Mechanical Contractors number 2 and let his crew chief, Jeffrey Lewis, hop in and take the honors of completing the victory lap in front of the crowd here at Lake Wausau. Welcome to the Sports Authority post-race show. Sports Authority, Wausau and Central Wisconsin Sports Commission. Mikey Young is standing by with our 2018 race winner and series champion.
Hey, we're here with Lee Daniel. Lee, congratulations. You're the winner here of the Grand Prix of Wisconsin, but more importantly, you clinched the national championship. Super job, buddy.
Yes, sir. We started off rough, and then we finished up strong. I'm very proud of what my team done, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be running anyhow.
Well, I'll tell you what, a great team that you have. Let's talk a little bit about that team and who's helped you out this season.
Well, my dad helps me out a tremendous amount. I got my brother-in-law, Jeffrey. I got a friend of mine, Chip Wavero. If it wasn't for any of them, my mama, my wife, my little boy, if they didn't support what I do, then we wouldn't be here today. My daddy builds everything I have, and so he's really the winner. I'm just driving it.
Fantastic. Congratulations. We hope to see you back here in 2019.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
2017 Wausau winner and F2 Series champ Mark Jacob drove a borrowed boat and earned a hard-fought second-place finish. Would things have been different if he would have been behind the wheel of the red Budweiser 7? We'll never know. Jamie Durand earned an impressive third-place finish. This was her second podium finish of the 2018 campaign. Steve Tabara took home fourth, and veteran racer Jeff Reno grabbed the fifth-place position at the 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin in Wausau. As we take a final look at Powerboat Nationals Formula 2 Series Championship points, you can see that Lee Daniel grabbed the top slot by a mere 2 points. Last season, Mark Jacob bested Daniel by just 3 points. Jeff Reno, Jamie Durand, and her father, Dean Durand, round out the top 5 point getters in Powerboat Nationals Formula 2 Series in 2018. Again, congratulations to Lee Daniel, the winner of the 2018 Grand Prix of Wisconsin and the 2018 Powerboat Nationals Formula 2 Series champion. For everyone with Powerboat Nationals, I'm Jared Roomsberg. Thank you, Wausau. We'll see you 24/7 at PowerboatNationals.com.